In February of 2021, one of the most influential pieces of advice that I have ever received came to me. Our society is one of distraction. There are flashing lights, endless scrolling on social media, or even the game of chasing the next big thing. It's so easy to get sidetracked from what's most important in our lives, especially if we don't know our purpose. In our lives, we are faced with big decisions, and it can be easy to get sidetracked from making these big decisions and executing what we need to do. In February of 2021, I was living in the country of Chile, trying to decide which university I was going to attend back here in the United States. I was stressed with all the options of schools and all the small decisions I needed to make in order to go to school. It felt like every time I was about to make this major decision, something would come up and make me question my thought process. And let me tell you, this really overwhelmed me. I remember FaceTiming my parents for hours over the course of several weeks trying to decide what I was going to do. During these calls, my dad recognized a repeating theme. He noticed that I was less worried about making the major decision, which was which school was I going to attend, and I was more worried about the minor details in the decision, like my car situation or where I was going to live, or the flight prices depending on the destination I was going to be at. Although these concerns were valid, he said to me, "Ethan, make the decision and the details will follow." When I heard that for the first time, it didn't strike me the way that it does today. I use this piece of advice almost on the daily. It helps me to not become overwhelmed when making these major decisions that help me fulfill my purpose in life. And because of this piece of advice, I find myself executing and deciding on these decisions in a way more efficient manner. Now, I'm not saying neglect those details in your decision process, but rather acknowledge whether or not those details will be available to you if you make the big decision. For example, I knew I could have found a place to live if I stayed in Utah or if I decided to go to Hawaii. I didn't know where or how much, but I knew that there was housing available. In most cases, there is no need to worry about the small details before making the big decision if you know you will have options. I will forever remember this piece of advice from my dad. It helps me to focus on what's most important in this moment. So whatever decision is overwhelming you right now, weighing your shoulders down, my piece of advice for you would be that of what my father gave to me. Make the decision, and then the details will follow.